Hi friends, my name is Molly and welcome to your flexibility flow. If you're someone who is looking to improve your flexibility or get potentially into splits, this is a great flow for you, as well as gaining some strength and mobility. Just don't forget it's a practice, let's have fun and listen to our bodies. Let's practice. Before we start, you can grab some blocks, maybe a blanket or a pillow. If you have a bolster, that works great. And now let's find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. And let's start bringing our attention inward. Observe ourselves from the inside. You can start observing your breath, being present with every inhale and every exhale. Notice how your body feels. Don't judge it, just observe the space inside of yourself. And now slowly open your eyes and let's come into all fours. And we'll start with some cat and cows. As you inhale, drop your stomach, your chest forward and open it up, and as you exhale, push away from your mat, round your back, and as you inhale, curve your back, and as you exhale, you round it, and really feel those movements. Let your breath guide you on an inhale and an exhale. Do it at your own speed. Feel your spine warming up, waking up. Really give it all of the movement. You can start doing some circles. I like going in circles in one direction and then another, and let my breath guide me here. Don't worry about what it looks like, just as long as it feels good, you feel your spine moving and stretching. And now tuck your toes in, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. And just walk it out here. Open up your hamstrings, open up your chest. You can bend your knees and bring your thighs towards the stomach to modify it a little bit if you can't fully be in a downward dog yet. Bring your right foot in between your hands and drop your left knee down into a low lunge. Come up, hands overhead or at your heart or hips. Engage your glutes, engage your core and support yourself. Don't dump all of your weight into your hips. Just feel the gentle stretch and engage your core and support yourself. Hands down and push your hips back and pull your right toes towards yourself. Make sure you're squaring your hips by bringing your right hip back and left hip forward. You can also use the blocks to support yourself. And slowly start breathing and folding over that leg. Now inhale, come back into a low lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, ears away from the shoulders. And as you exhale, flip over your toes and bring yourself into a downward dog. Bring your left foot in between your hands, drop your right knee, and now slowly come up into a low lunge. Support yourself with your core, with your glutes, thighs, and breathe. As you exhale, shift your hips back and toes towards yourself. Right hip forward, left hip back, and let your breath guide you deeper into this movement by folding from your hips and finding space with every exhale. shift forward, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down into chaturanga. Press your tops of your feet into the mat, upward facing dog. Exhale, shift your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Now step forward, inhale, spine straight, and look forward. You can keep your hands on your shins or all the way to the floor if you have space. Now exhale, forward fold, and inhale, round your back, hands overhead, and exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold from the hips. Inhale, straight spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, glutes engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot between your hands, left heel grounded, and coming up into warrior one. Look up towards your hands, back leg engaged. Exhale, hands down, step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your left foot between your hands, right heel down. Rise up into warrior one. Engage your glutes, engage your core, reach up, and as you exhale, step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Little steps forward. Inhale, spine straight looking forward. Exhale, forward fold from the hips. Inhale, round your back up towards the sky, and exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine straight. Step or jump into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, glutes engaged, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Right foot between your hands, left heel down. Warrior one, look up, core strong. Now bring your hands to your heart and slowly shift your weight into your right foot and keep pushing your crown of your head forward and back heel back through your one straight line. Engage your core, find one point of focus, and concentrate and breathe. Try to find a balance. Now slowly with control, bring your back leg down, coming back into warrior one. And as you exhale, hands down, shift your right foot on the edge of the mat, and you can roll it out on the side of your foot to open up the hip and the knee into a lizard. I really like warming up my hips like that, and you can just do little subtle movements with your hip or just stay still. And now bring your foot back and come into a side plank on your left hand. Push your hips up towards the sky, engage your core, breathe, balance. And now bring your right hand down and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now bring your left foot between your hands, right heel down, coming to warrior one, look up, engage your core and glutes, and now bring your hands to your chest, ground through your left foot, and now slowly shift into your left leg by pushing your right heel back and crown of your head forward. Your one straight line. Find one point of focus, engage your core, engage your glutes, engage your back. You're strong and balanced. Now slowly with control, bring your right foot back into warrior one, and as you exhale, bring your hands down and shift your left foot on the left side of the mat and roll on the outside of your foot to open up your hip into a lizard. Same thing, you can move your hips a little bit or still, just breathe into it. And now bring your leg back into a side plank on your right hand. Push your hips upward, engage your core, breathe. Push away from the ground. As you exhale, bring yourself back into a plank, into chaturanga. And as you inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And step or jump forward, straighten your spine. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll your back up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, look up, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine straight, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot in between your hands, left heel down, warrior one, look up, engage your core, engage your glutes. Bring your hands to your heart, ground through your right foot and the left heel back, crown of your head forward. You can make it harder by bringing your hands overhead. Find one point of focus, balance, and breathe. And now slowly bring your hands down to the mat and bring your left foot up towards the sky as much as you can. You can modify this pose by using a block, so adjust according to your needs. Now breathe there, push your leg up. Still balancing your right foot, bring your left knee up towards your chest. You can keep it here or straighten your leg and balance here. Breathe, engage your core, look at your toes. With control, bring your left leg back into a warrior one. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. And now walk your right foot on the outside of the mat. Roll it out. And same thing, lizard. Now if you have the space, you can come onto your elbows and really feel the stretch. Breathe into it or stay on your hands straight. Breathe. Feel your hips opening up. Now come up and bring your foot back in the middle, and now slowly shifting onto your left arm, left side into a side plank. If you have the space, you can grab your knee and balance there, or next level will be grabbing your toe and straightening your top leg. This is not easy, so stick with a variation that works for you right now. These different levels give you space to grow into, so stay there. And now exhale, come into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now bring your left foot between your hands, rise up into warrior one, look up. And now ground through your left foot, bring your hands to your chest. And slowly shift all of your weight onto the left foot into warrior three. Your tabletop. One line, push your right heel back, crown of your head forward. If you want to make it harder, you can bring your hands overhead. You're strong, balanced, one point of focus, core is engaged. And now slowly bring your hands down and bring your right foot up as high as you can into a standing split. And again, you can use blocks here. Just try to fold from your hips and breathe. Now slowly, still balancing your left leg without putting your right foot down, bring your right knee towards your chest. You can stay here and balance, or you can straighten your leg and look towards your right toes and balance there. You can engage your core and breathe, balance and breathe. Now slowly with control, bring your right foot back into a warrior one and inhale up, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Bring your left foot on the outside of the mat, roll it on, roll it out, and same lizard. You can bring yourself lower by coming onto your elbows or stay on your hands and just breathe into the stretch. And come up, bring your foot back into a side plank on your right hand, on your right arm, and now you can stay here and push your hips towards the sky, or you can grab your knee to open up your hips even more, or you can even grab your toes in next variation and straighten your leg in a side plank. This is pretty advanced, so stay at the level that works for you right now and that gives you space to practice. Balance, breathe. Now slowly release, come into a plank as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now look between your hands, step or jump towards your hands. Inhale, spine straight looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, coming to a chair. Engage your core, sit lower. Make sure you can see your toes in front of your knees. Don't bring your knees too far forward. And come lower, lower. And now exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine straight. Exhale, jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now bring your right foot in between your hands, drop your left knee and come into a low lunge. Engage your core, engage your glutes, still support yourself. Breathe into your hips. Now bring your hands down, shift your hips back into half split, fold over that leg, keep pushing your right hip back and left hip forward, and bring your toes towards yourself. Slowly let your breath guide you, and inhale, come back into a low lunge, and now exhale, come into half split. Inhale, low lunge, and exhale, shift your hips back into a half split, and just keep interchanging. You can use blocks for support. Let your breath guide you. You can stay in your low lunge and breathe into your hips, or if you have the space, you can grab your back foot and bring it towards yourself to open up those hips flexors even more and breathe into it. Bring your left foot down and shift your hips back into a half split, and let's breathe here. Really feel the tension on your inhale and release the tension with your exhale. Now shift your weight forward, step back into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and bring your left foot in, right knee down into a low lunge, hands overhead. Breathe, core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Find space in those hips. Now as you exhale, bring your hips back, left toes towards yourself, and fold over the left leg. Keep pushing your left hip back, right hip forward, and just breathe and find space Don't rush it, don't push it. And now inhale, up, low lunge, and exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, release into a half split. Keep doing it with the speed of your own breath. You don't have to follow my instruction. You don't have to follow my speed. Adjust it to yourself. This is a very nice stretch for warming up for splits. And just try to really bring your attention here to muscle breath connection. Come back into a low lunge and stay here and just keep breathing into opening up your hips, or grab your right foot and bring it towards yourself. Breathe into it. Now bring your right foot down, shift back into half split, left toes towards yourself, hips squared, and just slowly breathe deeper into the stretch. Now shift your weight forward, step back into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now step your right foot in, and here I love using my blocks. If you haven't been using them, this is a good place to use it. You can use them at a different setting, just whatever works for you right now. So I'm trying to come into a split. You can stay in a low lunge or a half split to just, give your muscle space to open up. But if you've been playing with splits, this is a good time to do it. And I like keeping my toes tucked on the back leg at first. Helps me to keep my split straight. Find a comfortable maximum and stay there and find breath there. I think this has been the main thing that helped me to achieve splits, is putting a pillow or a blanket under where my comfortable max would be, and really breathing into it and opening my muscles into it. And then slowly I get deeper. And don't push yourself. There has to be no pain, no electrical shooting. Just really breathe into where you are and don't rush it. Don't let your ego take over and tell you to push harder. Just breathe, connect with yourself. Honestly, breath is such a powerful tool in stretching, so just let it open up your muscles, let it teach your muscles how to open up. If you're in your full split, you can go fold forward. I really like that too. Coming back into a half split. And back into a down dog. I'm going to do the same thing on the left side. So left foot into a low lunge. You can stay here or go into a half split. That's a very good start. But if you want to play with splits, you can start shifting your left leg forward and stay in your comfortable maximum. Don't forget to lean on your back leg to keep your hips squared. We all have a better side, so just train them equally. It's okay if you're tighter on one side. I totally have a better side. Breathe into the tension. Don't force yourself, please, and enjoy where you are. I highly recommend using a pillow or something you can sink into, something soft you can sink into, because it gives you that support and still a little bit of space to deepen your stretch into. Breathe. Now slowly come back into half split. And I like going into a down dog from here. Look in between your hands. Jump lightly forward. Spine straight. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, round your back towards the sky. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down by your side. Slowly transition onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And you can grab your knees and open up your hips, bring them towards your armpits. Or you could try grabbing your feet and bring your knees towards your armpit and do a happy baby pose. I love it for opening up the hips. Do it every day. And just make sure your lower back is glued onto the mat. Don't lift it up. Yeah, you can shift side to side to give yourself a little more space to open up. And yeah, just play with it, you know, keep it to your own comfort. Play with it, feel it, have fun, just like babies. You can keep your right knee in and left leg down. Bring your right knee to the left side and look over your right shoulder. Feel the twist, breathe into it, enjoy it. You can maybe close your eyes. Now bring your right knee in and lower your right leg, bring your left knee, shift it to the right and look over your left shoulder. Now slowly come back onto your back, relax in Shavasana. Drop away your feet, your hands, let go of all the tension. Feel how your body feels after this practice. Maybe you can feel little sensations, observe them, breathe, let yourself fully relax and let go. You did such a good job today. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana however long you want. Otherwise, you can come into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. Hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. Namaste. Bye-bye.